Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in this special episode we will be looking at a plant that I am growing for the first time in my garden. So this is the Garden Croton, or just wait for it, it's called the Codium variegatum, or simply the variegated croton. The croton is an ornamental plant very commonly grown in many gardens across the world. It is a tropical plant native to Indonesia, Malaysia, Australia, and nearby countries. The garden croton must not be mistaken for the normal croton that grows in the wild across the world, because the normal croton does not have such different colors or any such variegation. It is just plain green in color. However, they belong to the same family, that is the Euphorbiaceae family. The garden croton is primarily grown for its leaves that are leathery, shiny and colorful. They come in variety of colors and variety of forms as well. The range of colors include green, white, purple, orange, yellow, red, pink, etc. These attractive leaves make up for the not so attractive flowers of the plant that hang like a peppercorn. The sap of this plant could irritate your skin, and please do not let your toddlers or your children eat the flowers of the plant due to its toxicity. The garden croton can grow up to a height of 9.8 feet. So since this is a tropical plant, it really loves warm weather. It cannot grow in frost affected areas. You can probably take this indoors into your greenhouses and then probably grow it. However, this will not tolerate any temperature below 10 degrees to 13 degrees Celsius. You do not really have to worry about grazing animals eating away your plant, because for them this looks very unattractive and it looks like it is very toxic, so it will leave the plant alone. So now let us talk about the growing conditions of this plant. So first and foremost, sunlight requirements. So the garden croton can be grown in either full sun or part sunlight. However, I would prefer growing this in part sun, because if at all you have very harsh sunlight, probably you are living in a very desert-like region, then you could probably give it some shade. Otherwise, the plant leaves tend to burn. So if at all you're growing this outdoors, then you can grow this either in a southwest location or in an east location. Make sure that it has some amount of shade either in the afternoon hours or in the morning hours. And if you are growing this indoors, please do not keep this in a north facing location, because the plant will not give out these beautiful colors. Hence, growing this indoors, you must grow this in a very well lit room, probably facing the southwest or the east location. Since the garden croton is a tropical plant, you can create the necessary humidity by spraying water on the leaves. Make sure that the dust accumulated on the leaves is washed off, because it would affect the shine of the leaves. So if you are growing this indoors and you see the leaves are only green in color, that is because it is not exposed to a lot of sunlight that it requires for the leaves to change its colors into these myriad hues. So the potting medium you can use is 50% sand, 40% garden soil and 10% compost. So this plant really likes well draining soil, and it does not like sitting in very clayey soil that absorbs or retains a lot of water. So the watering requirements of this plant is quite basic. So you need to water this plant only when the top layer of the soil is dry. Do not overwater this plant, because overwatering could cause root rot and the plant could die. So some of you would have noticed that you have gone to a nursery, you've purchased a brand new croton and you bring that home and the leaves start withering. This is because that this plant is quite susceptible to transportation shock. So if at all this plant is moved from one location to another, this could probably be a defense mechanism for it and it could shed its leaves. So it does not really like moving from one place to another, so desist from doing that. So now let us talk about the fertilizer requirement. So this plant really likes good very organically rich soil, so I would suggest that you add compost at least 3 times in a month, or simply you can use such organic fertilizers like fish emulsion fertilizer or seaweed emulsion fertilizers, which you can use to increase the nitrogen content in the soil. Additionally, to make the soil really acidic, which the plant really likes, you can add coffee grounds or tea leaves. The propagation of this plant is very simple. You can grow this with the help of a stem cutting. Propagation of this plant will be covered in another episode. So there are different varieties of garden crotons that you would have seen in the nursery. So the one that you see here is generally called the Croton petra, and I will also be talking about the other varieties of crotons as well. So the first one is called the Croton Spirale, which has twisted red and green leaves. It is spiral, and that is why it is called Croton Spirale. Up next, we have the Croton Andreanum variety, which has oval yellow leaves with gold veins and margins. Up next, we have the Croton majesticum, which has pendulous branches with linear leaves with veins which are yellow in color, maturing to red. And last but not the least, we have the Aureo Maculatum, which has oval green leaves with heavy yellow spots on them. So no tropical garden is complete without this resplendent mother of all tropicals, the Garden Croton. With this, we have come to the end of yet another interesting episode of Urbanscape Bangalore, and I really hope that you have loved watching this video. And like I always say, if you have liked this episode, then please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Additionally, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, the link to which will be provided below. So thank you for watching Urbanscape Bangalore, and until we meet again, a very warm goodbye.